Business, Maria, for the Prime Minister, and this is the theme every single time when he's travelling abroad. That connect that you were talking of with the diaspora, with the NRIs, is something that the Prime Minister almost always focuses on. This time around as well, because there is no such event that is planned. The Prime Minister is in Japan for his bilaterals and for the G7 summit. We're seeing that kind of outpouring of love and support for the Prime Minister at the hotel that he's residing in.
Yes, that's right. He will be coming any moment, and it's here that the Prime Minister and his entire team of officials will be staying for the next 36 hours. You can see the Indian flag rising high, and all the members of the Indian diaspora here, chanting the Bharat Mata ki Jai, and you hear it often in Japan. We have seen that connect that India has with Japan in particular. Last month was when the Japanese Prime Minister has visited India, and during the bilaterals was when he extended his invitation for the Prime Minister to visit here during the Hiroshima summit. So when we look at these visuals, the officials of the Indian embassy waiting for the Prime Minister to arrive, but when we look at this excitement, you see it every time. You see it every time the Prime Minister travels. You see it every time because the confidence with which the Indians are now seen all over the world. There is a lot of anticipation. There is a lot of excitement about India, the India story, how India managed, particularly during COVID-19, and how several countries which were seen as developed nations, which were seen as countries who had the best healthcare facilities, almost succumbed. So let me get you more voices of the diaspora. मुझे ये बताइए कि यहाँ पर जब जापान के लोग आपसे बात करते हैं तो वो भारत के बारे में क्या बोलते हैं?
वो भारत के बारे में बहुत आशा महसूस कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि भारत एवरी टाइम शांति के लिए जाता है, और विशेषकर जब से मोदी जी आए हैं तब से भारतीयों का अंदर एक नया कॉन्फिडेंस आया है. हम एवरी वेयर इन वर्ल्ड हम आगे बढ़ने के लिए तैयार हो रहे हैं.
आप कितने साल से यहाँ हैं?
मैं 16 ईयर्स से इधर हूँ.
हिरोशिमा में रहते हैं या जापान में कोई और शहर में?
हिरोशिमा में लिव इन हिरोशिमा.
तो आप जब लास्ट ईयर प्रधानमंत्री टोक्यो में थे, क्या वहाँ पर भी मौजूद थे?
No, I was in Hiroshima. Yeah. But it's good to have the Prime Minister come over here. As an Indian democracy, we are all here to support our Prime Minister. It's great that the relationship has been building over the years. For 16 years, I've seen it grow. And it's an amazing stage right now. So we are hoping for greater things to happen for the humanity as well as the community. As everyone together, all the countries coming together is a wonderful thing. It's good to have all the Indians together here. We are all motivated to see all the leaders here in the city of peace, Hiroshima, and it's going to be a good summit, hopefully.
Yes, and perhaps you would be the only one wearing a mask, ma'am, here.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Yes, tell us about tell us about yourself.
I'm an Indian Forest Service officer and my husband is working here, so I used to shuttle between two countries. So since the Prime Minister is there, as a citizen, as a proud citizen, we thought we will come and be a part of the program.
Yes.
It's definitely important that when our PM is here, we are all here to support. Yes.
असल PM का साथ प्रभावित हो के मैं नेक्स्ट ईयर से इंडिया जा रहा हूँ, इंडिया के लिए कुछ करने के लिए.
आप इंडिया शिफ्ट कर रहे हैं?
ये पूरा यहाँ जॉब छोड़ ही दूंगा.
अच्छा.
और वहाँ के लिए इंडिया के लिए कुछ करूँगा. और एक NGO बनाया हूँ. मैं एक NGO बनाया हूँ. और मोदी से इतना प्रभावित हो गया, अभी मुझे यहाँ जॉब नहीं करना है. जो करना है इंडिया के लिए करना है.
इंडिया के लिए करना है.
यस, इसलिए मैं एक NGO बनाया हूँ. उसके NGO के माध्यम से उड़ीसा, जैसे भी उड़ीसा बहुत अभी लोअर में है, उसको कैसे भी उठाना है, उसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ करना है.
आपने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि जापान छोड़ करके अपने देश वापस
नेक्स्ट ईयर से अपना देश ही जाना है.
Okay. Let me get you more voices of people here. There seems to be... Okay. Excuse me, can we have a word? Yes, tell us about the excitement that is there, visible. Several Indians present. यहाँ पर बहुत सारे भारत के लोग हैं, सब इंतजार कर रहे हैं प्रधानमंत्री का.
We are waiting from long time, but still we are very excited. Excitement is Constant.
Excitement is constant.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us, आप वहाँ टोक्यो में थी जब प्रधानमंत्री जी पिछले साल आए थे?
नहीं, तब हिरोशिमा में थे, तो फाइनली अभी हिरोशिमा में है, प्रधानमंत्री भी हिरोशिमा में आ रहे हैं, तो अब मिलने का मौका मिला है.
तो कल भी आप रहेंगी जहाँ पर गांधी बस्ट अनवेल हो रहा है?
हाँ, मोस्ट प्रोबेबली. हाँ.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell us about yourself. How long have you been here?
I came to Tokyo as a PhD student, so I was in Tokyo for last 5 years, and now I'm in Hiroshima for last 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hiroshima saw that devastation in 1945, and now this crucial summit which is happening almost after 80 years. कितना significant है ये summit यहाँ?
I think it's very important part of this movement. This event is happening in Hiroshima, and because it's about Gandhiji, we are going to represent Gandhiji tomorrow, and because Hiroshima is known for peace, so after that accident happened, nuclear, and after it, this Hiroshima, the Gandhis, we are like launching the Gandhis. It's very good moment. Yeah.
So there are a lot of people who are clicking videos and photos. We can see some movement again. So perhaps let's find a place for ourselves so that we can get the right visuals of the Prime Minister when he arrives. Over to you, Akanksha, in the studio.
And Maria, it could just be in a few minutes from now where the Prime Minister arrives with bated breath. There are a lot of people that are waiting there. Like you've been speaking to all of them. There are banners and posters that are put up there. He's arrived in Hiroshima for the G7 summit. He's even taken to Twitter right after that. He, in his style, like he always does, where he either speaks to the people in the language of the land or tweets about it. This time around, it's that tweet that has come to the fore from the Prime Minister. There is a tweet which is in the Japanese script as well, in which there are pictures of the Prime Minister being received at the airport in Hiroshima, which we saw just a few minutes ago. He says landed in Hiroshima to join the G7 summit proceedings. Will also be having bilateral meetings with various world leaders. And then there are some of those pictures. All of this is in the Japanese script as well, showing that kind of connect that the Prime Minister likes to have with the people of the land that he's in. It's not just the NRIs, it's not just the Indian community that the Prime Minister interacts with. He also makes an effort to speak the language of the land. He's done that in different states here in India as well. He tries to do that and connect with the people on ground in the countries that he travels to. And Japan, this time around, Hiroshima is no different. There is a lot that's on agenda for the Prime Minister, apart from bilaterals and the Quad Summit that takes place tomorrow. There's also the cultural connect, the India-Japan connect, as far as our cultural ties go, as far as the language of peace that both the countries speak of. Even now, even as the world reels under the war that we see in Ukraine, the Russian invasion, at such a time, this particular summit happening in the town of Hiroshima is in itself a significant meeting of these world leaders. And the fact that Mahatma Gandhi's bust is going to be unveiled by the Prime Minister tomorrow is just furthering of that peace message that the Prime Minister takes with him, Maria, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. The interview which he has given to Nikkei Asia, it's quite interesting what he said, that he will be talking about how India's role has been that of a reliable partner in addressing challenges of the global south, and how he hopes that global south starts looking at various challenges going forward, and how India and Japan has had shared values of democracy, freedom and the rule of law. So I think the point here is of convergences on point of economic and security and strategic interests between the two countries, and as much as India has reiterated its position and unwavering commitment that India will play the role of a mediator if asked to, but one thing is clear, that India, because it has to do business with Russia, Prime Minister Modi himself had communicated to Russian President Vladimir Putin that this is not an era of war. So I think the message that is coming from the Indian Prime Minister is because of the challenges India has with regards to rising costs of food, fuel and fertilizers. That is the reason why India continues to maintain communication with both the sides, Russia and Ukraine. And that is the reason why it has been doing this tightrope walk, understanding fully that though there has been Western sanctions